Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Weekly Horoscope from the 7th of October to the 13th of October, 2018. And this is for you coming from Gemini. Let's start with Sunday, the 7th October, which is a horrible day. You will feel let down, you will feel played out, you can feel cheated, you can do the wrong things and say the wrong things. Everything can go very, very wrong in the morning-afternoon period of this Sunday. So the last thing you want to do is to be the planner. Let somebody else plan, because whatever you try to do will become complicated and just go wrong. And the finger of blame will come upon you. So be the follower and let somebody else do all the planning, and that way you remain in the background. Be careful of accidents if you're driving, and be careful of some kind of trouble. These are very treacherous planets as well. And what you say, what you do, be cautious who you say it to. They can be easily exposed, so don't share secrets with anybody on the morning-afternoon period. Everything can go very wrong. Evening-nightfall period, this is not much better. And so some of the morning-afternoon planets, which are horrible, they will come in the evening-nightfall. This time they'll make you arrogant. This time they'll make you want to feel very important. This time they'll make you basically looking for trouble, finding blame with others, criticizing everything under the sun. Well, why bother going out if you're going to be like that? So tell yourself, once these urges start for looking trouble, turn around and go back home and lock yourself up in a room. Don't spoil it for others. But if you can control yourself, you might just meet somebody important as well. Nothing to get too excited, but you might just meet somebody who might help you at a later date. Let's start with now Monday, the 8th October. And for you in Gemini, it's a much better morning-afternoon period. It's a working day. Planets are a bit slow. Be patient. Hour by hour, these planets will develop things for you. And things will be better and better hour by hour, morning-afternoon period. But you need to be patient. And these are long-term planets. That's why they're slow. They're building something very nice for you for long-term. Whether for the romance you're looking, whether the improvement of marriage, whether wanting to look for another job or getting opportunities to improve it, or whether in the business area. What you need is to be patient. I don't like your evening-nightfall periods. In fact, one or two of these evening-nightfall planets are what I call water planets. They are also there in the morning-afternoon. They are distracting you with the emotional areas. Something of the past, emotionally driven. Something you want to do, emotionally driven. Don't do that, or your morning-afternoon will get very distracted. It's a working day, business-wise, job-wise. Concentrate on that. You'll get something done well. Evening-nightfall, the emotional planets take over. And don't celebrate. They're not to your favor. They want to disappoint you. Is your plans going to be cancelled? Is your date not going to show up? Is things going to be postponed? Is bad news from people you know from the past going to come? Is something going wrong and other depressive-wise and emotionally depressive? So if you don't really need to be out, go back home. Because there's too much water in the evening-nightfall session. You yourself will not be ready for anything, or to plan anything, or to expect anything. Well, if you have to be out, just be silent and enjoy yourself. Don't expect too much. Tuesday the 9th, a very aggressive morning period awaits you, and even a worse evening-nightfall period awaits you. So all the problems may be created in the morning-afternoon with your temper, with your sharp tongue, with your attitude of aggression, with your wanting to be confrontative, with your being very provocative. Well, don't try any of that, because you'll be at the losing end of things. Yes, your determination is going to be very strong, and that could be the one that makes you very blunt. So why don't you take the soft approach? That simply means be polite. Use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, a body language that is soft. You will get much, much better news in the morning-afternoon period. You will exactly get everything you want. So you see, that's how you turn around these aggressive planets, tame them, and you'll get what you want. Evening-nightfall, I don't want it for you. Well, you can't avoid it. Don't expose yourself to risk, any kind of risk, sexual risk, being with people who are not good for you, listening to bad news. Stay away from people who are just troublemakers. Yes, you will feel dominating. Yes, you will feel the urge for trouble. These are the kind of planets evening nightfall, and you'll be daring enough to do it because these aggressive planets in the morning afternoon will be there as well. Get a hold of yourself, or it's going to turn very nasty in the evening nightfall period. And whatever you do is not going to be something you'll be proud of later on. Well, if you have to be out, tell yourself disappointment awaits you one way or another. Be ready for it. And whoever you are out with, you may find stubborn people, hot-tempered people, provocative people. Walk away from them. And you yourself should not behave that way because you just spoil everything for others. Wednesday the 10th, not a very good morning-afternoon period. And at your place of work, you need help. There are deadlines. Your job is being watched. You are being watched. And so you will need help from people. You cannot afford to be arrogant. You cannot afford to be choosy. You cannot afford to be demanding. Most of all, you don't want to show any kind of arrogance. And if you can control all that, you'll be able to get support very nicely and able to at least get something done. Very important planets are there which want to introduce you to important people, or some people are watching you. And so you need help, so increase the chances of getting that through teamwork. Evening nightfall turns much, much better. These evening nightfall planets, one or two of them will be up there in the morning afternoon to get things right for you, perhaps at 20%, 30% only. But evening nightfall, they take charge and they make you unexpectedly lucky. So the planets of unexpected goodness is waiting for you in the evening nightfall period. So you can get very lucky, whether for the romance you're chasing, whether your ongoing romance or your marriage to make it better, whether to unexpectedly meet people who can help you in job or in business. All that's waiting to happen. So be out. I want you to be out and about in the evening nightfall. Choose places to go where you can somehow get a reward or get a betterment in job, business, romance, or whatever. Now we'll go to Thursday the 11th, and there's just too much water in the horoscope. You are undecided, you are emotionally driven, you have deadlines, I'm sure, important things to do. It's a Thursday the 11th, a working day or a business day. You won't be able to focus. You'll be very oversensitive to any criticism, and you'll definitely be the person who cannot focus. So focus then. Tell yourself, write down on a piece of paper, morning, afternoon, in my job I have to do ABC, whatever. And in my business I have to do this, that and the other. And get that done. So repeat these words to yourself, logic, facts and figures. That will draw you back to the certainty of work and business. And that way, keep reminding yourself. Leave the emotional areas, they're all distractions. Even if there's pain in your heart, shut it out. Even if you're looking for somebody for lunch, don't get too carried away. Even if you're planning for the evening nightfall, don't. Evening nightfall, much, much better. In fact, all the business planets and the ones who want to help you in job are all there. So you're going to be rewarded in the evening nightfall period, maybe find solutions in the evening nightfall period as well. And you're going to be very lucky in the evening nightfall period, believe me. You'll meet people who can help you, who are good for you, who can help you in job, in business, in finances, help you in any way especially. Talk to these people, be out with them. Dress well, look good. Your aura will be shining and you will be the center of something or another. Communicate, show off your skills. And even if you're working late, talk to your bosses or talk to business people. Mix business and pleasure in the evening nightfall is going to be very rewarding. Friday the 12th, what a horrible day morning waits for you. It's only morning and afternoon, by the way. That's horrible. Evening nightfall going to be very good. Morning, afternoon, things just go wrong and wrong and wrong. And don't look at other people's fault. It may be just you being very dominating, being very stubborn, being very argumentative. And so you don't want to do all that. It's a working day. Show respect to your bosses at work or the superiors at work. In business, don't try to dominate and be pushy. And if you can do that, you'll have a much better morning-afternoon period. I won't guarantee for you because there are two of the nastiest planets I can see in Gemini waiting for you in the morning-afternoon period. You don't want to do anything wrong. You don't want to be seen with the wrong people. You don't want to be in the wrong group. You don't want to let your lack of self-confidence push you into doing things wrong. These are nasty planets that want to lower your integrity, your self-respect. So tell yourself you are going to remain in good company morning, afternoon, evening and nightfall period, because you're going to be careful of your reputation. Evening, nightfall turns wonderful for you anyway. You'll find all the solutions which you couldn't get earlier. You'll find all the rewards, you'll find all the good things, you'll find all the good luck. So spend your evening, nightfall. You can't get everything under the sun. So tell yourself, what do I want in this evening, nightfall, and chase for that, and you'll get it more than you want. These are very rewarding planets for you. Saturday the 13th, at last you have a good morning, afternoon period, and a very good one too. Very good news. The planets of unexpected goodnesses are there. And so you're going to get a lot of chances to meet people unexpectedly for the romance or for the friendship, or good people who can help you in job, help you in business. But some of these are working planets as well. And so be out and about with the people who matter to you in whatever area of your life. Be choosy. You can't get everything under the sun. These are very fast planets as well. And reply to whatever email or calls, because good news awaits you. I don't like your evening, nightfall at all. These planets do a lot of bad things to you. Firstly, they attract you to bad company. So you will be in company where your respectability is lowered. Secondly, they produce accidents, can be verbal, they can be emotional, they can be physical accidents. Thirdly, you may drink too much and then make a fool of yourself in the evening, nightfall. And lastly, tell yourself that if you don't really have to be out, these are nasty planets. And if you don't really have to be out, go back to the safety of your own home and you'll do much better there. But if you have to be out, and if you sense trouble, because money will be wasted, your reputation could go bad, and something you may want to do secretly will be backfiring on you. So be very careful. It's a horrible evening, nightfall waits for you. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during this 90 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about your next 7, 8 or 9 years of your life, in all areas of your life. And I will do that because I'll have your date of birth and your time of birth, and I'll look at your palms and I'll face read you while we Skype or Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. And so I'll give you lots of information, your personal lucky lottery numbers, based on your date of birth, time of birth and your palms. And I'll be able to tell you your lucky days, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky direction, a lot of news. And I'll get your next 7, 8 or 9 years under your control, because you will be able to know what might happen or what's going to happen. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me a message, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. And please remember, it will cost you USD 50. Until then, thank you and good luck.